Tucked away at the northern end of County Monaghan, Clones has a population of 2,000, and it's a fair business town. But it is a bit cut off, and it's easy to find yourself caught up in a maze of concession roads to get into it, because County Fermanagh in Northern Ireland is really the Clones hinterland. It's a quiet little town with an ancient Celtic cross dominating its main square, and at the moment, no other monument. Strange this, because Clones was the headquarters of the 5th Northern Division during the War of Independence, and there's been a 1916 Commemoration Committee ready to mark the work of this division for years and years. But so far, Clones, nor indeed the rest of County Monaghan, has a 1916 memorial. It does have Fitzpatrick Square, formerly Earn Square, named after a local hero. And Jubilee Avenue has recently become 98 Avenue. But no statue, no monument. Stranger still is the fact that Clones at the moment is concerned about another monument, a memorial to, would you believe, Queen Victoria? Well, until 18 months ago, Clones had just such a memorial. It stood on this very spot, quite adjacent to the public lavatories. It was a sort of metal canopy, an ironwork howdah with plaques of the Queen's head and metal beasts and birds, and it covered a drinking fountain. Then, one dark night 18 months ago, when the ESB current failed, a huge brewery truck inadvertently backed into it. The delicate tracery of the Victoria Jubilee Memorial collapsed here in a tangled heap of pig iron. Today, only the fountain remains. The Victoria Memorial, a rather graceful iron structure, was erected in the diamond to commemorate Victoria's Jubilee to the throne of England, Ireland and Empire. The money came from public subscription in a burst of loyalty that affected many Irish towns and cities at the time. It was an ornate piece of work with pig iron profiles of the old Queen looking down benevolently on her subjects. But the brewery truck destroyed all that, and today its bits and pieces lie in the butter yard until someone decides what to do with them. And this is part of the trouble. The Urban Council collected £450 insurance money for the damage, but it would cost £600 to replace it here in all its pristine glory. Now, if the council does put it back, who pays the difference of £150? And if it doesn't put it back, what becomes of the £450 insurance? So far, no hard decision has been taken. And meanwhile, the decent folk of Clones discuss the re-erection of this old relic of empire.
I think if they have the money to spend in re-erecting this monument, I think they should spend it in honouring the men of 1916 and erect a monument in their honour.
Oh no, we have enough IRA memorials. We have a tablet down in the Jubilee Road there to the IRA. I mean, what particular IRA would they put it up to?
As a resident of Clones town for 60 years, I never thought at any time that it was a suitable memorial for the town at all. And I hope that it will never be re-erected again.
If I had my way, I'd leave it, which had never been seen again. I'd drive it in a bow or someplace like that.
You wouldn't mind if they put Victoria back?
Well, no, not an awful lot, no. I'd like our school children to know, and the young people to inquire about her and read up that part of history, you know. And I think for that reason too that I would like to see her there, because she might be forgotten about, and I'd like to know that the young people will hear all about our past history.
I don't see why we should erect anything to Queen Victoria. We never owed her anything. We should have erect a monument to the officers and men of the 5th Northern Division.
Would people agree to that, do you think, in this town?
Oh, they would, yes. They're definitely set on that. The people in the town believe it should be erected in Clones. It was the headquarters of the 5th Northern.
But wouldn't some people object to it?
Sure, you'll always get people to object.
I do think the memorial should be re-erected on the old site.
Why?
Because it has been, the money of it was subscribed by the people of the town of Clones. And I think it should be replaced on the old site, as near as possible to it.
It is ludicrous, really, to suggest that we should re-erect this memorial. It may be all right for over-commercialised towns in the Kingdom of Kerry, say, to keep their high streets and their hen streets to the memory of British officers. But we are not going to become the laughing stock of the nation by re-erecting a memorial to Queen Victoria in 1967. Now, I don't want to cast aspersions on the dear departed, but this is not the time nor the place to erect a memorial to Queen Victoria, and it never shall be.
I think that it should go back on the same stand as it was on before.
Why?
Well, it was a very nice monument in the town, and a lot of people think that it should go on back up again.
I still say that this monument should not be re-erected.
It's a piece of beautiful work, beautiful carving, and it's the only thing we had on the diamond to look at.
This country is full of monuments. We have more monuments than the number of people in this town here. If they do want memorials to honour great people, the best memorial I think they could give would be something in the form of scholarships to universities to educate the poorer people and poorer children in this country.
But the accident to the dear Queen has not meant that the monument is a complete write-off. If you look very carefully at the new path up to the Catholic Church, you'll see 3 mythical beasts built onto the wall. Beasts salvaged from the memorial and now given a new lease of life. But the main argument continues. What to do with the rest of it? Put the old dame's monument back on her pedestal, or in its place put up a 1916 memorial. If it was your money, what would you do?